Microgrid Knowledge, and I'm here today with Mike Kilpatrick from S&C Electric, who's going to talk to us about a panel that he's about to moderate on microgrids for the greater good. Very important topic. You'll be talking about microgrids for the greater good. Tell us some of the ideas to be discussed. Why is this an important topic, and how do microgrids serve the greater good?
So we have a very diverse panel. We have SolarGen and Verion who are going to talk about doing microgrids in remote locations. So places in Africa where they don't have energy, they're putting in solar and energy storage and using technology to unlock things like fresh water and life-saving what fresh water is in a community in Africa. We then have an LX who's did a very interesting project in Manhattan and actually in Brooklyn in the New York City area. So you're talking about a very congested urban environment where they were doing a microgrid with interesting technologies, including fuel cells. So we'll talk about that on the panel. And then at the more complicated, sophisticated end of the table is Ameren and Commonwealth Edison, who are both here in Illinois, big investor-owned utilities. Ameren has a large microgrid in Champaign-Urbana that has, it's got various renewable sources, and it's one of the most sophisticated currently deployed, actually has ratepayers on it. And ComEd is in the process of developing a microgrid in Bronzeville in their service territory. So it's very exciting what's going on and all the lessons learned. But we go from life-saving water in remote villages for the greater good to investor-owned utilities having a more reliable grid that allows renewables onto it. So it's going to be a very exciting panel.
Tell us a little bit about S&C Electric and what you have done, some of the projects you've been involved with, and how they also provide these really important benefits for people and for the grid.
So S&C's been an innovator in the electric space for 100 years. And we're mostly a products company, grew up with the utility businesses, and in the last 15 we've been integrating both energy storage and microgrids into the grid. So we're a real thought leader in how to unlock the technologies, because microgrids are not simple. You don't just bolt them together and out they come. They're very complicated in the way they interact between each other. The Ameren and the ComEd one they're planning on doing in Bronzeville are two of the most sophisticated in the country, and they're both here in Illinois. We're just very excited about having your conference here. They show the complex relationship in integrating the energy storage, but also how you control it, how you protect the system, when to deploy and when not to deploy. So it's a great learning experience. A lot of these utilities are really starting to understand the complexities. It's not the old system of generation through transmission down to the distribution system where the loads are taken off. Now energy is flowing in multiple directions. And in many cases, the distribution circuit is a platform of which energy comes in and out of.
So in terms of me as a ratepayer or as an energy user, what do I get out of this? What do I get out of microgrids coming on the grid now?
Well, for big energy users, even a momentary is costly, right? Lawrence Berkeley National Lab has statistics on what an energy outage costs you, whether it's a momentary or a sustained. But as us, the ratepayers, for us to be, or a residential, or you have senior citizens in your community, for those people, when the electricity goes out, if they live in a high-rise, they're trapped. You get all the spoils of your house, your food all goes bad, right? And these are all the things that people are learning. A 5-minute outage in your residence isn't a big deal, but a 2-day outage is a problem that only the big investor-owned utilities can solve. And they need to be able to invest in their grids to allow renewables in and to allow a more reliable system.